All right, welcome everybody to another Bracket Up update. Today we're taking a look at the finals of our NBA playoff team draft challenge. If you remember the basic rules, myself, Andy Misek, the guy with the best name in the whole wide world, and Billy White Shoes Johnson, each picked 4 teams, 2 in each of the Eastern and Western conferences, and hoped to the Lord above that they would become the NBA Finals champion. I'm going to try and rethink everyone's teams. I remember mine were the Milwaukee Bucks, Philadelphia 76ers, the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Portland Trail Blazers. Andy, I remember you had the New York Knicks, the Atlanta Hawks, the Phoenix Suns, and the
Utah Jazz.
Yeah, the Utah Jazz. And then Bill ended up with the Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets, the
Denver Nuggets,
and the Dallas Mavericks? Or did you know he took the Lakers?
Yeah, he took the Lakers.
I wrote this down somewhere, and I just don't have it.
I threw it away as I started making the PowerPoint.
It's going to be around here somewhere.
And if you remember in the hockey episode, I said, oh, we should have people who don't know sports jump in and see how it goes. That was me with this. I don't follow the NBA.
That's all right. Bill was generally our lead on this one, but Bill is not here today. So I think it'll be a combination of both Andy and myself walking you guys through. So, okay, you had the teams already up. You wouldn't, Mr. Presentation Man. You're just testing me, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Also, I don't remember this presentation at all.
I honestly don't think you made one before. I think we just all talked about it verbally, but
we might have. Yeah, but we can jump into round one. You're going to probably have to take point mostly on this one. But my Utah Jazz, so I should mention, unlike the hockey one, not all teams were picked. So my Utah Jazz smoked nobody's Memphis Grizzlies over here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody for a second thought that Memphis would go anywhere.
Hey, they won a game.
Oh. I mean, yeah, they won a game, but meh.
That's a game.
Yeah. Denver beat Portland 4-2. I was kind of hoping that I remember when I had a choice, I could have taken either of these teams, but I picked the wrong one. I thought Damian Lillard would outperform Nikola Jokic. I don't even know if that's how you say his name, but I'm gonna say it that way and probably say it wrong. But I was wrong on that, and the Joker and company pushed the Blazers out of the way and moved on to round 2. The Suns beating the Lakers. Phoenix, I know we talked a little bit about just the curiousness of Phoenix being, a number 2 seed and not really being a playoff team for a while before this, and kind of bringing the idea of how's their experience going to work out against a team with, LeBron James and other people who've been here before. Meh. Suns look great.
Yeah, I was going to say, I kind of wanted the Lakers for an upset, but Bill took them. And I picked Phoenix late because Bill was talking some mad shit about them probably being the team most likely to be upset. I remember that, and I was like, well, I'm going to take a chance. Fuck your Lakers. And there we go.
Right, and they got fucked, and you grabbed a point in round number 1.
I'll take it.
Yeah. So next matchup was similar to the Memphis and Utah matchup. Nobody even thought Washington would stand a chance, even though they did win one game against the 76ers, but this was a mashing and an easy start for Philadelphia.
The Andy matchup.
Versus you.
My New York Knicks beat my Atlanta Hawks. Oh, no, my Hawks beat my Knicks backwards.
Right, yeah.
Which I also did it backwards here. What a fuck.
That's okay. Whatever. Well, we all know that Atlanta moved on. It's kind of a shame. The Knicks were a little bit of that Montreal Canadiens style Cinderella team that, even though the Canadiens went much farther in the playoffs, the Knicks weren't really even projected to come close to making the playoffs this year at all. So it was just kind of cool to see a team in, the biggest market in America make the playoffs. That wasn't Brooklyn. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see the Knicks in there, but Atlanta just outclassed them. Just like Milwaukee outclassed Miami. That was just not even close.
Bill loved picking them lower seeds. Miami and the Lakers did not fare well for him.
No, No, it didn't. Because I think I remember him saying that he picked Miami, but there was another good team on the board that he missed. It might have been Atlanta.
No, I think it was the Clippers.
The Clippers? Yeah, he didn't notice that they were still around, and he's like, I should have taken them instead. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
For me.
Snooze, you lose.
Okay, Brooklyn, again, nobody picked Boston. No one thought Boston would do anything. Brooklyn, full of good players, all-stars and whatnot. Easy 4-1 win for the Nets. We are on to round number 2. Here comes our first really big upset in the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Jazz just couldn't get it done against the Clippers. And I was a little bit surprised myself.
I was like, oh, I thought the Jazz, the way Bill was talking them Jazz up, I was like, this is my team. I'm gonna ride to the finals. I had another team I got to ride to the finals, but we'll get to that later.
And this was similar to what was it? Toronto losing 4 straight.
Colorado lost.
Colorado,
4
yeah.
Toronto blew the 3-1 lead, which oh boy, that might be worse.
Yeah, because Utah won the first 2 games, and then they lost the next 4 and didn't lose by less than 8 points, which in basketball terms is quite a bit. Like, it's not down to the final possession or the final minute, then it's really not even a close game. Because they didn't have it, man. I was very surprised that the Clippers just kept kicking ass.
Again, we talked about in the hockey one, if Toronto didn't blow that 3-1 lead, Bill would have won. Now it's if Bill just noticed the Clippers were still available.
Yeah, this would have been a lot closer of a contest.
At least in Bill's.
At least for Bill. Yeah, exactly. So Clippers 1-4-2 moved on to the Western Conference Finals, and Suns in 4, baby. The kid who smacked the shit out of the Nuggets fans. He just a beacon of hope for Phoenix. And yeah, you knocked poor Bill all the way out of everything.
Suns in 4, baby. That kid's my hero.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix beating a good team, and by this point, I'm like, damn, Phoenix is for real. Absolutely for real. Over in the East, a big upset here. Atlanta beating Philadelphia, a huge one, 4-3. Again, pretty close. I mean, it's a solid series, but at the end of the day, man, those Hawks, that's the Cinderella team, really.
The Montreal Canadiens of the basketball world, I see.
Yeah, and again, I mean, the Hawks aren't a playoff team, really. They have Trae Young, super good, a very cool player, but otherwise they don't have many big names. Atlanta's not exactly a huge basketball market. They haven't been good in a while. And Philadelphia has been part of, trust the process, that they've been, drafting top guys for a while. And finally, everything's starting to roll together for them, but they just can't get through the Hawks. Very surprising. A point for you, man.
Trust the process. The process failed them.
I mean, it has sort of worked, but at this point, this was supposed to be like a finals or bust kind of thing, and it's more of a bust now than anything. Next matchup was Milwaukee against Brooklyn. This was the series that I watched the most of. I know we were all kind of texting in our little group chat, I think in Game 6 and Game 7 about this game. Absolutely amazing. Game 6 with Kevin Durant, his foot being, a centimeter away from winning. And that little centimeter, and they would have won, and Brooklyn would have went on to the finals, and not Milwaukee. Wild shit.
Just saying, that centimeter cost Bill the tournament. Also, you were the one who knocked Bill out completely out of contention.
Yeah, I guess this did happen afterwards. You're right.
Yeah, oh, poor Bill. Again, yeah, he should have been here to speak for himself.
I know. I feel bad for the guy.
I don't.
All right. So moving on to the respective conference finals. The West, the Suns took the Clippers down 4-2. I think the Clippers just kind of ran out of gas there. And again, the Suns were just firing on all cylinders. This was good stuff. They won all their matches by a decent amount. Only one game was really close, I'd say. So
good for the Suns. They needed it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They did. I mean, it's cool. Really weird that a Phoenix team, not again a big market team, no real stars other than Chris Paul, that are household name types. But I love seeing the smaller markets get in there. It's always fun in any sport, really. And then in the East, the Bucks beat Atlanta. Sorry, your Atlanta boys are gone, but 4-2 for Milwaukee, finally taking care of some business.
Was Milwaukee coming into the season like at least a contender?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. They've been slowly getting better as well. And Giannis is, a legitimate, top player in the NBA. They've got a solid, Chris Middleton as the second guy, also very good. Drew Holiday, pretty good as well. A decent bench, a decent coach, even though they played very sloppy in a lot of games in the playoffs, and you can't necessarily say that they deserve to win them all, but that's what happens in the playoffs. Like, you got to just do just enough to move on.
Gotta say, I know all those names, so they must be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And again, so we've got Milwaukee, definitely not a market, and Phoenix, definitely not a basketball market. And Milwaukee just kind of ran away with it. Again, anticlimactic, just a little bit.
Kind of like the NHL.
Yeah, but 4-1. And like after the Bucks and the Nets series, I didn't watch nearly as much, and it was 4-2, not 4-1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. Didn't Phoenix? This was not a reverse sweep, but it was 2-0, wasn't it?
Yeah. Phoenix won the first two, then Milwaukee won game 3, then lost game 4, and then won the last 2. So come from behind victory, sort of.
Look at that.
A mini come from behind victory.
But and also worth saying, we can pick our winner now because there was no awards to worry about. We didn't do the full season. We just did the playoffs. So I think it's pretty clear who won this one. But if you wanted to take a guess, Jerrick.
Well, probably me.
That'd be right. It's you with all your trophies.
Oh, the Sales Sharks, my favorite Sales Sharks. Oh, God.
And then obviously you could see you had 3 win the first round, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and the champion. Whereas second place was me. I had all that, but I didn't have the winner. So I got all the pooping trophies.
The horse's rear. I like that.
I just looked up dumb trophies. I would love this one with the guy taking a poop.
That's a porcelain crown. I love it.
I love it. And then there was Bill.
Then there's Bill.
Had a rough showing after round 1.
Yeah, really. The Clippers would have changed everything.
Right?
Really would have.
I also, with Bill's trophies, I just picked stupid stuff like this one with the birdhouse with its pants down. Or the bread trophy. Or the biggest loser.
What's going on with the toilet in the top right corner?
It is a toilet with somebody's arm sticking out with the thumbs down. So
flushed away, and they have enough time to give poor Bill a thumbs down.
What happens when you don't win more than one round?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a shame. Now, would you be willing, now that the dust has settled, to do this again, but maybe in the style of hockey and pick teams at the beginning of the year?
I would do it for every sport.
Yeah.
That includes the MLS. That includes NASCAR. Okay. I don't know a damn thing about NASCAR. I'm going to
just pick random drivers to hopefully place high. I don't know.
I'd pick dumbest name or coolest promotional backer, sponsor.
Like Fleshlight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really bad shit stupid.
I'm picking the Vagisil car immediately.
Oh, yum. Ugh. I'm sure there's some nasty ones out there.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, I would love to do this for every sport, for anything really. We could do the game awards in December.
The video game awards?
Yeah, I would do just about anything. I like this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are a lot of fun. I love these little tournaments and little check-ins and stuff like that. Anything else you've got on your mind regarding basketball before we wrap this bad boy up?
No, I think if we did the full year, I might get more invested in the NBA. I've always wanted to be invested in the NBA, but I just never did.
Yeah, I got you there. It's tough. I mean, I'm really surprised you're as invested in hockey as you are with their 82 game season as well, and then attacking basketball on that, playing the same amount of games in the same freaking time. It's just a lot of sports going on.
I mean, I only follow really hockey and football, but I follow hockey like
Right. Yeah, religiously.
unlike most people. I could name prospects and I could tell you who everything, anything you want to know. It's disgusting. Get ready for Connor Bedard and Mitchkov in 2023, baby.
Are they Hawks prospects?
No, they are going to be the top 2 picks in the 2023 entry draft.
Okay.
They are putting up numbers better than Crosby and Ovechkin, and they are playing on the same exact team those two did at 15 years old.
Oh, okay. It's a bit of coincidence.
They also did. They were in the World Juniors, and I think Mitchkov put up like 2 points a game, a goal and an assist every game for Russia, and Bedard was even better.
Okay, that's impressive stuff. I'll be excited to see where they end up in 2022.
Yeah, off topic, but keep those names in mind.
I will try to. I'm sure you'll bring it up again at some point. I'll be like, I remember this from 6 months ago. Probably when we start the new season of our draft challenges.
Yeah. I've got some ideas of different awards we could do for hockey. Hopefully, Bill could kind of think of some creative stuff for basketball because I definitely couldn't.
Oh yeah, we could. Oh boy, there's a lot. Oh, he just texted us.
Yeah.
So, fuck Christ.
Yeah, I was gonna say, fuck Christ, I forgot.
Oh well, that's okay.
Well, make sure to text him that we read his text while recording.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, if you've got nothing else to add to basketball, I definitely think we can think of some goofy ass extra awards like we did penalty minutes. We could do, most fouls, most technicals, guy who gets thrown out of the game the most.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the NBA does, but I think with the NHL, in addition to the normal awards, I know they have like the fan award, so it's like best dressed or coolest dog. It's like they have all that shit, and then I'd love to do like player who won the most fights this year, or
yeah, exactly. That's a good one.
Just goofy shit like that. Who's most likely to get the worst draft pick?
Oh, man.
Maybe some incentive to pick a team like Buffalo or something. Try and make it a little like you get points for shitty stuff too, like most consecutive losses, most likely to get the first overall, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Well, we got some work to do before September and October come around.
Well, we got to start thinking NFL first if we're doing all sports.
Yeah, that's true. You do have football season's right around the corner.
I actually stand a chance in that one a little bit too.
I probably know more about football than at least me. I don't know about how much Bill follows it, but he might.
I'm okay. I know enough. I know enough to make some picks.
I just know enough that I won't ever pick the Bears. Nothing at all.
Well, we'll see. They actually, if they play Fields, they might have a quarterback.
Yeah.
If not, they have the worst tandem I've ever seen.
True. I'm predicting 8-8, like I always do for the Bears, and I'm often very close to being right. 8-8's a safe pick for the Bears. But let's wrap this bad boy up, which I've said twice already. So thanks again, Andy, for coming up with this again. Very nice presentation. These fantastic goofy trophies that gave me a chuckle. And for joining me today, I am handy dandy Andy Jerrick, your 2021 NBA playoffs bracket champion. We will see you next week on Bracket Up. Suns in 4, baby.